And a very good day, everybody. It's Monday, December 15th, 2025. It's 5:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this video is dedicated to Pinhead, aka Bigfoot Malchungus, as he wanted me to do a ride here on the 470, the extended prolonged version of the 470, and we're on Nova Bus here, 31-807. That's the fleet number, and this is a 2011 Nova Bus LFS articulated Nova Bus. So we're going to go on the extended ride here, and again, this video is for Pinhead, aka Bigfoot Malchungus, and we're at Cofer 2 Metro Station right now, and we're going to be taking this all the way to, I believe the street is Winnie-Wakefield, or I believe that's the name of it. And so again, this is a request by Bigfoot Malchungus, aka Pinhead. I know he likes his articulated Nova buses like this one. So enjoy the ride, everybody. We'll resume once we start heading west. Alright, so we just had the sign pop up for the imminent departure. So what I'm going to do for this ride, I'll film a bit here from the back where the engine is, so you guys can hear the natural sounds of the engine. I know Pinhead likes that as well. We got the engine right here in the back, and gradually, as the bus empties out, probably a little bit past Fairview, we'll move more towards the middle. So here we are. Now, when I got on this bus on the front, it did say prolonged route, so I'm hoping we're on the right one, because that's the one that Pinhead requested. If it's not, well, at least we'll get a bonus for him here. We'll get the regular route, and we'll get the extended one, probably on another date. So Pinhead, you're going to get a 2-for-1 if this isn't the right bus. If we're not on the extended route one, then we'll come back another day and film for you another time the extended route one. We got a lot of older buses here in the West Island. We got some 2008s, 2009s. There's a 2009 there. Now, from the schedule, I don't think this was scheduled to be a prolonged one, an extended route one, but it did say on the display extended route, so maybe it is. And just to give you a little bit of background, when I first took this bus, I think it was back in 2005, this bus used to only run weekdays during rush hour. I remember the 470 very clearly. It was one of the times where I sort of got out of my local bubble, Southwest Montreal, and started exploring more of the island. And the West Island was actually the place where I went the furthest. And I remember that date very clearly. It was January 15th, 2005. And I remember that day I took the Metro to Cofer 2, and then I ended up taking the 64 right to the end, and then I got on the 68. Actually ended up going to Cap Saint Jacques that day, so a bit of history there. And that was actually my first, I guess you could say, my first date ever, my start of my first relationship ever. That's why I remember very well January 15th, 2005. But it was also historical because it was the day, like I said, where I really started to explore more of the city. So if you guys remember, if we're in the area, this used to be a Taco Bell. They got rid of the Taco Bells, unfortunately, here in Montreal. Not sure why they did. Actually enjoyed the Taco Bell restaurants. Maybe the sales weren't good enough, I don't know. So we will be on the highway soon. I believe Highway 40 west. And this is going to take us to Fairview, where we're going to stay on and continue all the way to the end. And we're lucky we have a nice clear window to film out of here. And you know, as these Nova buses, these articulated Nova buses are starting to get up there in age, it's just a matter of when they're going to retire them. And I'm not sure what they're going to be replaced by. I don't even know if they're going to get new articulated Nova buses. And if they don't get articulated Nova buses, are they going to get maybe articulated New Flyers? Are they going to get articulated buses at all? Or maybe this is the end of Arctic's articulated buses here in Montreal. The RTL got rid of them. EXO, of course, never had any. STL, Laval never had any. Of course, the RTL used to have the 45 as the one and only route that had an articulated bus. Of course, it had the Van Hool buses, and it had the articulated Nova buses as well. And I was in Ottawa the other week. Spent a Sunday there. They had New Flyers. It wasn't electric or hybrid New Flyers, it was diesel New Flyers. So articulated New Flyer buses, diesel powered. And I must admit, I like them. They're pretty smooth. Those are on my channel if you want to see videos of those. They'll be under the Ottawa playlist. So of course we are on Côte Vertu Boulevard right now, heading west. There's a 747 bus, 31-003 on the 171. Alright guys, so I'll let you enjoy most of the rest of the ride with the natural sounds of the bus here. This 2011 articulated Nova Bus LFS. Enjoy the ride. As I mentioned, once we get to Fairview, I'll probably move towards the middle of the bus. That's where I know Pinhead requested me to sit. There's an exobus, I believe. Not sure what route that is. Staff bus. Alright, so here we are, guys, getting on the highway. see some REM tracks here of the Lons Lorne branch coming up shortly, which of course should be opening up next spring 2026 if all goes as planned. Maybe March, April, May. And again, this is Highway 40, Outer Route 40 going west. There's I believe Environment Canada, the weather office for the local region. There's De Sources Boulevard. Right above our heads there. Here come the REM tracks now, I believe. Well, I see them in the distance anyway. As I said, we're going in the west direction and the camera is facing north. Still hoping that we're on the extended route bus as Pinhead requested. As I said, if we're not, well, get a bonus video here anyway, so. Alright, there's the REM tracks right there, guys, right above us. Kind of see it. Part of the Lons Lorne branch. Maybe we'll get lucky and even see a couple of REM trains going by, test trains. Make the sign flash, guys. There we go. And of course the future Fairview station is coming up here as well. Don't think we're gonna, you can kind of see it here. Yeah, we will see it. Right there. There in the distance is the Fairview Point Claire Shopping Center. And of course, Fairview bus terminus will soon be moving right beside the REM station that we just saw a minute or so ago. Curious what they're going to put where the current Fairview bus terminus is. So of course this is all Fairview Point Claire Shopping Center. And here we'll see a couple of different West Island routes. We got the 202 over there, the 219, 215, a whole bunch of them. There's the 202 right there. There's the shelter. Interesting to see a 470 parked there. It must be a 470, that 31-804. Not sure what he's doing parked here. Usually those buses stay on the whole route from start to finish. There's the 470 going back to Copra too. That's 2013. So we're gonna go now towards the middle, guys, and change perspective a little bit here. Alright, so now we're towards the middle here. And maybe towards the end of our ride, we'll stand right where the middle joint is, the axle. Make it more interesting. So you can kind of get an idea why I don't really like filming bus rides in the winter. Look at all the grime here. But luckily, this ride isn't too grimy. So here we are on Saint Jean Boulevard. Actually, we're on Brunswick Boulevard. Now we're turning on to Saint Jean Boulevard. I think what we'll do once we get to Pierrefonds, I'll switch to the actual middle of the bus. So I'm going to move to the middle now, and then at least take a seat there, and then see if we can get a cleaner window. I think there's a spot. Alright, let's do this. Maybe film from this angle for a little bit, change it up. And other reason I wanted to come to this area is even if we don't have a clean window, well, at least we can open it and I don't have to reach up. And I always have fun doing this. So, Pinhead, if you're watching, hopefully you're enjoying this ride. I guess the suspense is this going to be an extended route bus? We'll find out very shortly. There's the 205. 2018 Nova Bus that we just saw on the 205. So if you haven't noticed, I have been pausing the video at most traffic lights just to save time and space. A lot of these traffic lights take a long time on the street or St. Jean Boulevard. Yep, you know I'm gonna do it. There you go, the double flash. Yeah, I remember when this used to be Burger King, I believe. Going back in 2005. Yeah, remember this area really well. And of course, this is also where, I guess you can call it ground zero for the flooding in 2017, if you guys remember that. We had flooding in 2017, flooding in 2019. Yeah, there was a 2017 flood, 2019 flood. 2017 was worse, I think, because in 2019 they were more prepared. So, about to turn the corner here. I'll show you guys this cool axle here. We make it to the light in time. There we go. Alright, here comes the turn. Always cool to see. So now we are on Pierrefonds Boulevard. So we'll find out soon enough if we're on the extended line bus. Where's that arena? It's around here somewhere. The used to be called the Four Ice Arena. Cat Glass, Pierrefonds Cat Glass. I think they changed the name of it. Used to be the Cat Glass Pierrefonds, or Four Ice Pierrefonds, because there's 4 ice rinks in there. I don't know if that's still the case or not. This is again going back to the 2000s. So the regular route usually ends at Chateau Pierrefonds, I believe. Gwen and Chateau Pierrefonds, or Pierrefonds Boulevard and Chateau Pierrefonds. I don't quite remember, but if this goes to Winnie-Wakefield, then we're good. Winnie-Wakefield is where it terminates for the extended route. So there's the arena there. Now it's Sportplex Pierrefonds. So maybe they don't have 4 arenas in there anymore. Maybe they got rid of a couple. I don't know. Maybe they converted an arena into something else. Maybe a gym or something. I don't know. Maybe somebody that lives in the area could tell me. So Jacques Bizarre is where the bridges to get to Ile Bizarre, which is technically part of the island of Montreal, but it's a separate island. And then pause the video again here at the light. Yeah, this area too was also hit hard by the floods. So Ile Bizarre would be through the right of here to the north. And they just built a new bridge there as well recently, going to Ile Bizarre.
This guy's gonna hate me so much. I'm literally getting off the place.
So you'll see there's quite a few, there's mixed buildings here. We got residential buildings, we got, what else do we got here? Commercial buildings, we got stores, restaurants. And of course there's a couche-tard at almost every corner it seems. So if you've noticed, quite a few businesses repeat. There's a lot of Dollaramas, quite a few McDonald's. We have a Montreal hot dog here. Looks like an old style building here. So shout out to any of my viewers out there that are watching here in the West Island. I know we got also Travis, who lives in the West Island here. Meteorologist, has amazing videos. We have Jorma, who lives here as well. Who else lives out here? I think Luca. Well, Luca's closer to Cover too. Not sure who else lives out here that watches my channel. Those are the ones I know of, the top of my head. Of course, Jack Casey, aka Bass Guy, he lives in the West Island. He's in St. Anne de Bellevue. It looks like it's starting to empty out this bus here, so let's give you guys some better views here, new views. There you go. And these Arctic buses, by the way, Arctic is short for articulated, which are these long extended buses. These articulated buses have a certain smell to them, very unique. So not only do they bend this way, but they also bend vertically when it's going on bumps and hills. So they're really flexible buses. Oh, there's another 470 there. 2013 version. So Pinhead, I've covered quite a few angles here of this ride. Different seats, different areas. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Now we're about to find out if this is going to take us all the way to Winnie-Wakefield. So here's St. Charles Boulevard. How's this angle? Another couche-tard. Now this is when I love bus rides, when it pretty much empties out towards the end of the line. You have all this space to film and you don't have to worry about awkward looks. Not that I really care about awkward stares anymore. I just don't like people being in my videos. But this is when I like it. When you're towards the end of the line, or it's a quiet route altogether. So we're 6:47 p.m. Eastern Standard Time now. Come on, please give me some luck for Pinhead. Do it for Pinhead. The Pinhead's been asking for this for a while now, and I mean, it said on the display it was the prolonged route, so we're hoping it is. There's a nice bendy here. So now we're coming up to Gwen Boulevard. We're now going to be the last passenger on this bus. is it. I think this is it, guys. I think we are on the right bus. Usine de filtration means water filtration plant. That's a good sign, because I think that's the extended bus that goes there. Is this the last stop? There's the water treatment plant. Oh, I think this is where the regular route terminates. Come on, let's go to Winnie. Let's go to Winnie-Wakefield. We're going to find out very shortly. Okay, this is where the regular route terminates. Pierrefonds and Chateau Pierrefonds. Let's hope we continue, guys. Have Christmas miracle, or are we gonna get a lump of coal? If it says terminus, then we know we're getting a lump of coal. Come on. Oh, I think we're getting coal. We're getting a lump of coal. It's not the extended. It said extended route on it. No. No. Oh, come on. No. Sorry, Pinhead. Oh, no. Why did it say prolonged route on it then? No. Well, we're going to have to do that another night then. Well, there you have it. Well, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. If you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on your notification bells. As always, more videos to come, and I guess we're gonna have to refilm this another time. Anyways, we got a 470 ride in there, so hopefully you enjoyed it.